This review has been made possible by Lexus of Naperville. You guys know that Lexus of Naperville has tons of new Lexuses for sale, but did you know that they also have hundreds of used cars to choose from? Head on over to lexusofnaperville.com and check out their massive inventory today.
Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 2016 Porsche Macan S. Up front is a 3.0 liter twin turbocharged V6 and down below is a 7-speed automatic transmission. If you'd like to read more of my thoughts, head on over to carmarshal.com/overdrive. I'll be writing a complete article about the Porsche Macan. This is a very special review and I'll explain at the end, but this review means a lot to me, so let's get into it without any further ado. Let's get back to that 3.0 liter twin turbocharged V6. Well, it's not like typical Porsche. It's not a flat 6, and the engine is up front, but that does not matter. This engine packs quite the little punch. All right, guys, so we're up to temperature, twin turbo V6 Macan. First pulling a Porsche. Wow. It's quick for sure, but the biggest thing about that was that transmission. It shifted so quickly. Let's talk about it. Now, paired to it is a 7-speed automatic transmission known as a PDK. Now, PDK stands for Porsche it's a really nice Porsche transmission, and to understand PDKs a little bit better, Porsche's website actually has a little bit about it. So let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have 3 little gauge pods. Right in the center is the center mounted tachometer. I absolutely love this. I think it gives it a totally sporty feel. I love the font. Everything about that tachometer is absolutely awesome to me. I think it looks great, it functions well, and I love that it's mounted in the center. To the left is my speedometer, which is in such small digits. 25 miles an hour is so low on the gauge. It's incredible. And then on the right, I do have a screen showing me a bunch of different vehicle information. Right now, we're looking at coolant temperature, oil temperature, and oil pressure, but I can switch it to torque split because this is all-wheel drive, tire pressure monitoring system, my trip odometer, navigation, actually showing me my navigation, telephone, my radio, and then we're back to the engine diagnostics and such. That's really cool, and that is all controlled on the steering wheel. So let's talk about the steering wheel. On the right, you do get your controls for that right gauge pod, and then on the left, you have a volume control knob. Last thing about the steering wheel is, one, it's wrapped in leather. I really like the look of it. I love the Porsche logo, but also you have paddle shifters, which shift incredibly quick. So to the left of me, this is actually where you start the car. So you have a key fob. You don't have to insert anything, but to actually turn the car on, you turn the key, it's to the left of the steering wheel. This is unlike most other cars, but Porsche has always been like this for a very long time. It's just a Porsche quirk, but it's really cool and interesting. It does take you a second. If you've never been in a Porsche, it does take you a second to get acclimated to that. But then I have my headlight switches. On the door, I have my window switches. And also, this is where my tailgate is. I feel like tailgate buttons normally aren't right by the window switches, but that's how they are in the Macan. In the center, I do get, first of all, an analog clock up on the dash. I really like that. It has orange hands, and I really like that. It looks sporty, and it looks just like the center mounted gauge, which just, I love the congruency here. Then we get the infotainment screen. This will run your navigation if you don't want it in your gauge, your audio, your car diagnostics. Right now I'm looking at my different trips, my speed. A lot of stuff can be run through this infotainment center. I really do like it. This screen is easy to read. It's pretty easy to manage. It's pretty easy to get around. It's not the worst thing in the world. I do like that there are buttons for everything. But speaking of buttons, now we're gonna get down to the part I really don't like about the Macan. Surrounding the shifter, there are so many buttons. It is unbelievable how many buttons there are. I didn't even know cars could do this many things. So let's get started. Up at the top, we have hazards, hill descent control, recirculating air, sync, air max, AC, dual climate zone temperatures on either side. I can select where I want my air. Heated seats, cooled seats, sport mode, traction control. We'll hop on over to the other side. Heated seats, cooled seats for the passenger, off-road button, and then automatic start-stop off, which thank you, Porsche, for making automatic start-stop off a thing. But let's talk about a couple of these. First of all, heated and cooled seats. You can turn them on both at the same time if you really want an interesting experience. Hill descent control up top. What this will do is when you're coming down a hill, if you do plan on off-roading your Macan, when you're coming down a hill, it'll actually hold you at a certain speed so you can focus on not hitting a tree in your Porsche as opposed to having to focus on not hitting the tree, blipping the throttle, making sure you maintain the right speed. The car will handle the cruise control going down the hill. You just have to focus on steering, which takes a lot of stress off the driver, and I really like that. Sport mode, going to stiffen up gear changes, which with the PDK transmission is really, really aggressive. Off-road mode, that is going to automatically turn on the hill descent control and give you a couple other little changes here and there. And then of course, traction control off, nothing new there. And then we could talk about the shifter. The shifter is interesting. You actually push down on it to put it into gear. This is unlike other cars that I've driven. Normally the button's sort of down around. I don't mind it. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's a little hard to get used to, but that being said, it's way, way better than most other newfangled shifters. I like this a lot. It's very clean and simple and easy to use. Then down below the shifter, we do have our power parking brake. And it does say Macan below the shifter, which I really like. Then you have two cup holders. Nothing too crazy really interior-wise. There's nothing that really blows me away. I really do like that center clock. I think that really ties the interior together, and I love the orange hands on the clock. Seats are comfortable. They are perforated leather. Nothing really to complain about, but nothing to praise it about either. Now, it does have a back seat, so we will do a back seat review. All right, so we are in the back of the 2016 Porsche Macan S. A little bit tighter than I would have thought. This seat is in my normal driving position. My knees don't quite hit the seat in front of me, but it's a little closer than I thought. That being said, it's not bad at all. It's very comfortable back here. If you do want the bigger chassis, if you want the bigger SUV, they do make a bigger one, the Cayenne, but this is the smaller one. I love the moonroof back here. I think moonroofs are absolutely awesome. They're one of the best features in the car, especially for the rear passengers, because we get to enjoy, you know, just staring up on long drives, which is absolutely amazing. Down here, I do have my own temperature controls. I have heated seats, which I have 3 different selectable options for that, and a 12-volt outlet. I do have a center console, 2 cup holders, nothing too crazy there. The cargo area isn't super spacious, but it's still, it's an SUV. You're going to fit a lot more in this than your Honda Civic. So that's all I can really say about the back seat. It's comfortable. I definitely wouldn't mind sitting back here on a road trip. It's comfortable, pretty decently luxurious. 1 touch down, 1 touch back up windows. I think the Macan looks great. I love the wheels. I just love the way this thing looks. I think it looks so good. Even though it is a Porsche SUV, and to some people that is a sin. And to some people you may say, oh, it's just a rebadged Volkswagen. Well, yes and no. But I think it looks amazing. I think it looks fantastic. When the Macan first came out in, I think, 2014, I believe, I thought that they were so cool looking. I thought that they were absolutely awesome, and I think they still look good. They still hold that presence. They still hold that Porsche name. And that is why this review is so special to me. Because when I started making videos, almost 4 years ago, I started reviewing cars. I set a goal for myself, and my goal was that I will know that I made it in life. I will know that I made it reviewing cars when I review a Porsche. Because I grew up, I loved Porsches. It was almost the blue collar of supercars, at least in my own opinion. And I always thought that's something I can achieve. That would be something that I could do, is to review a Porsche. And now, 4 years later, 4 years and 186 car reviews later, I finally was able to reach one of my goals. I was finally able to get myself into the seat of a Porsche, to have my name associated with Porsche. You can look up Porsche Macan reviews, and my name, my video is going to come up. And so to me, this car means so much to me because it means that, no, I'm not the top. I'm not the best car reviewer in the world. I don't have as much pedigree as Doug DeMiro or regular car reviews. I'm not as big as them, but I know at least I'm on the right track. I'm able to achieve my goals. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. I have been trying my absolute hardest recently. You guys have noticed that I've been putting out 5 videos a week for the last couple weeks, and that's not easy being a full-time student as well. But this video right here means the world to me because I have achieved one of my goals. I'm driving a Porsche. Whether I like it or not, I love the engine, I love the transmission, I hate the buttons. It doesn't matter. It's like if you were to climb Mount Everest, it doesn't matter that you have a rash on your leg. You still did it. You still achieved it. This Macan will always hold a special place in my heart because even if it doesn't show it to anyone else, I know that with this car, I've achieved something I wasn't sure I was going to. So I want to give a huge thank you, not only to Lexus, which I'll get to in a second, but I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who has watched my videos, who has subscribed to the channel, who comments on the videos, positive comments or constructive criticism. I welcome it all the same. Thank you for allowing me to get to the point where I can achieve something like this. And so this is not the end. I haven't reached the peak. There's still many more summits to climb. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something about the 2016 Porsche Macan S. Huge, huge, huge thank you to Lexus of Naperville. You guys know at this point, Lexus of Naperville has been helping me out with these reviews, and I saw this car pop up on their website, and I cannot thank Lexus of Naperville enough. Great customer service. Right now, April is Autism Awareness Month, and they are doing Test Drive for Autism. Come in and test drive any car, and they will donate $20 to Turning Point, which is an autism foundation that helps families and children get the correct education that they need and deserve. I cannot say enough good things about Lexus of Naperville, so definitely check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.
Here goes a sight from my soul.